Hello, fellow armchair generals. My name is Tom, and I'm back with my Japanese campaign in Hearts of Iron 3 using the Black Ice modification version 10.43. Discontinuing gameplay from the previous episode here. To recap very quickly, we are crushing the remains of the country of China here. There was a lot more. I was holding this river line here, but as you can see, we pushed in deeply here. We're moved up to this river line here. I expect to, with some reinforcements coming southward here, expect to even move this way and have a good north-south axis here. We also push down following this river line of sorts here, so we create like a wall. And then from there, we'll have units that'll move over and meet up with this wall, and we'll crush the few remaining units here. There aren't many victory point locations left. Uh, with what's remaining, there's three in the Gungsi Click and almost half a dozen Chinese. I have expectations of being able to capture a couple of Chinese victory points shortly here, but I need to leave at least probably two. Just two is all I need to leave behind, so I can finish conquering Gungsi Click before calling a halt to the war. Um, we're seeing some funkiness in our southern battles here. I talked about moving my Marines up, and I think we could just go ahead and do that anyway. Uh, why? Why is he associated with that leader unit? Let's go ahead and the Beijing. There we go. Things look much better there now. We won the battle here in Nanning, so we have one of the three Gungsi Click um, victory point locations that'll be taken very shortly. Got a Marine moving in there. Once that occurs, and we moved across this river in good order, I'm going to go ahead and do a spoiler attack on this province with my one or two units I've got remaining here, and also provide support from across here just to kind of kill that attack. Overall, we should be able to. Actually, you know what? Instead of moving into that cauldron, I'm going to have them just outright attack. That'll pull them off rapidly here. Yep, there we go. And they stop the attack. Simple as that. Now they're trying to attack me again, but yeah, that's fine. 61% to move in there. In all honesty, I don't need to continue the attack, but hey, I like these odds so far. If we're able to win, I may or may not move into it. I'll probably just let it, probably just sit where I'm at anyway. But yeah, that worked out so much better now. Okay. In the meantime, our western attacks here well, Western attack's pretty much all wrapped up. This one's about to wrap up. Is it this guy? Yeah, let's have him kind of take a chill pill for a bit. He doesn't need to keep attacking. All these guys are pretty much attacking, except for those that lost their org. I've got all of my units in that I possibly can have in at this point in time. Let's actually let him sit there. And he's moving into that province. Go ahead and we'll let him sit there. We're also making some attacks here in this area. I finally decided that it's high time to begin some combat operations and start reducing the Chinese. I had made a promise that by the end of 1938, the Chinese conflict would be completed, so that I could then move into attacking, declaring, and then attacking on Tibet next. Um, it was looking kind of shaky there. At this point, though, I feel more confident than before in regards to being able to accomplish that objective. It's looking a little bit of a tough battle, but I think we'll win that quite handily still. Um, yeah, we're going to wait till we're down to here, and then I'm going to go ahead and dagger thrust that way. That we can go ahead and cut that all off. We're making some moves, very effective moves, I would say, at this point. Can all these guys now take the city with some support from across the way? Let's see. I just want to get them out of there because it's a victory point location. But I want to get them out of there so I can hold this river and just leave like a weak unit there. AP ammunition. That's 38 tech. We'll maintain that. We need to drop down to 40 here. We're at 88% officer ratio. As soon as I hit 90%, I'm going to drop this amount of leadership that I'm spending on officers down by about half, drop 10 into research, because I really need to get my research game on. It's not quite 1939, but I feel that I should be further along my research than I am currently. Units are still filtering down. Is there any attacks that we need to be making at this point? We just need to hold the river. That's all we really need to do here. You know what? These guys, they need to come down here and then here. The other unit's moving here, so I can then move. It's going to take a little bit of time. Those units can then come on down. Oh, you know what? That's what I was going to do. One other infantry unit's going to move over here, so I can then pull my armor units out. And well, here I am overthinking things. I have 2 infantry units here. One can move down to the south, and that way I can pull my armor unit out and actually push them forward into the offensive, have them come all the way down here so I can race along the plains. That guy can go back to what he was doing, which is moving down that way. He's okay. These guys, they're attacking there, so we can remove those. And they're going to come in like so. Go there, drop off a guy, go there, drop off a guy, and go there. Begin that turn. These, that's the way we're attacking here. These guys, he's already moving in. I don't need to have 2 guys here. I'll move him over to help out there, and the 21st is going to begin, also just simply begin the attack there. Okay, so that's set up the way I want. What we got going on here? Oh, have him support. That's just a core headquarters unit. That should be, yep, finally one in that city. But yeah, this should be finishing up fairly quick. Core headquarters unit has like next to no organization or strength. Zhangde, we won across the river. Well, 4-1 odds, yeah. I should win at that point. Yeah, there were only 500 troops there. We lost one guy. He stumbled into a hand grenade or something. But there we go. We got our line now. We're going to begin pushing more westward this way, north of this city. So with where I'm at here, we'll see. We'll see how we need to do things. That attack should still be finishing up soon. Yes, we got a couple units in poor supply. Okay, all that's looking good. Okay, that's looking all right. They want supplies. They'll give me money. I'll accept that. They gave up attacking in Beihai. This attack, to be honest, I'm not expecting it to go anywheres. And in fact, I think I'll just stop it. We lost more troops than they did, but it was a spoiling effort to try to negate the attack that was going on here. And also give my troops here some time to reduce what's happening there. They need to support that attack. This guy, okay. He can come here and then up there. Then that way he can support that attack. There we go, 87%. Across, the support's coming on the other side, same side of the river as the defenders, so that attack now is going so much better. Oh noes. So we were going to move in there, but now we can't because reinforcements showed up. Ugh, that's just ugh. And you know what? I don't think there's anything I can really do at this point here. Oh, he needs to move here. We'll have that cav unit come here. It's okay if they, honestly, it's okay if they move in there, I suppose. I'd rather they didn't. How soon before he gets there? December 3rd. It's about a week. Depends how quickly that cav unit moves. Probably faster They've probably already been marching there, so they'll probably get there before. It's okay. Actually, if this is where we have to kind of hold, my push from the west is not the southwest, I should say, is not working as well as I had hoped. I don't have enough units down here to handle that. We've got plenty of units up here, so we're this across the river. We're going to be doing more damage anyway than coming up through here just at this point. We're attacking all over the place. Good. It's got to be a transport ship that was there. Yep, they moved to Nungchua. Let's not attack there, actually. Let's just hold it. And we're pressing further south there. Good. Fueling. One across the river. Took a lot of casualties, but not as many as they did. Yeah, we pulled out of that battle there. We only have 2,500 troops. Okay. Yeah, that's a light strength cavalry unit. They've got 10,000. Their cavalry unit's far more impressive than mine. This is one of my specialized infantry units that I built. I could conceivably just attack there, force them out, not move in, and then just move in with the cav unit. But, oh, trouble is brewing, I think. Changzhou, where's Changzhou? That's there. Oh, they were attacking me here. Let's have them support the attack so we can finish that up. They are surrounded. I guess, they're supposed to be helping in the battle here or something? I don't know now. Let me have this specialized unit actually attack there, be supported by him, We'll force them out. We need to because they're cut off, and I don't want that occurring. And another battle across the river we won. Good. Yeah, 71. That should still be won pretty handily. Beha, there. It looks like they'll be attacking me there quite consistently. Need to keep an eye on my headquarter units. Like that one just faded away real quick in battle. They're attacking me back in kind of retaliation for what I did. We'll move him out to there. You know what? Let's do kind of the same thing. Let's just attack. That way he'll call off the attack. And we call off the attack as well. So, gain a little bit more time. We should win that pretty soon here. Matter of days. Let me go ahead and save the game real quick. We're almost to December at this point here. All right, these two guys are coming down. Oh, we need to take a look then at what's going on here. We've got a lot of units sitting around doing next to nothing. We've cut off all of this here so we can begin to destroy and force the units going on here. So we'll have him attack over there. The guard unit will support. These two guys will attack there. He will attack. Those two guys will move there. So we're moving from all these provinces to these three provinces. That guy will stay where he's at. This armor unit will indeed make them move down south here, start racing that way. And we're fine, fit as a fiddle around there. Okay. There's just the one unit that's there. We got two militia that's there. Okay. I think I'm just going to leave this province unattacked, just surrounded. And I may, we got that one. Let's go ahead and remove the objectives there. Let's see where they're at. Yeah, less than 30%. Yeah, I'll leave that one and Guangzhou unattacked, but just surrounded. But I will go ahead and eliminate these guys, or at least begin to push them into that city here. we've got some armor here. Move up there. Yeah, he needs to come down. Come down, provide support to your guys. Which actually, let's go ahead and cancel that out, or remove him as his leader, and we'll make him the leader here. He's, yeah, he's good. He's marching up there, which means, oh, you know what? He doesn't need to march up there. He can attack down that way. That guy can leave behind. He can defend against the from across the river. They need to all come down here and begin to make that turn and move into here. So we've got the capital. We're gonna, or the city. It's not the capital. We're gonna leave them behind. We're going to go ahead and move into here. Kind of make a turn like that, and then attack on the plains, and then they'll begin to move that way. These guys can all begin to attack here, and we'll kind of split them up from that point here. They're all getting attacked, so they kind of need to hang out. I'll have one unit move that way. The other guy will go the other way. Okay. So the first phase of this operational area is going along pretty well. We'll have him attack here and this guy attack there. And thus combat is enjoined. This I'd like to see a little bit better. Something better. Can we support the attack? 87. Is there anybody? No, I don't have anybody else that can really assist there. An expensive battle across the river there, 2-1 in losses, but we had 4 times as many troops nearly as they did. We had to win that. Yeah, looks like Zibi Senma's coming in to help out. Zhang Ping, and you do. Okay, very, very good. Wintertime is upon us, and I have 30 days to make good on my promise to finish the Chinese campaign. Rare materials refinery. 1941 tech, we'll go ahead and remove that. I need that rare materials production increase because we're losing right now. We're losing 15 a day. Just made a trade for half a point of rares. That bonus percentage of 13% there. We make 38 a day, so that 13% is probably going to be additional 4, perhaps. So with what we're trading for and that increase here, we might be down to like -10. So yeah, that was definitely much needed. Much needed. Ark Royal is launched. Real quick, I don't want to take too much time on trades. I know how boring they can be because I yawn every time I have to make a trade. But let's see if we can't sell some energy to people that need it. No one, well, actually, no one really has any money to speak of. I mean, considering they're all producing surplus. Considering I'm overproducing almost 150 a day, you can only max out to 99,999. You can have more than that thanks to decisions, events, things like that that give you supplies, conquering a country. You know, when you get their resources or a portion of the resources, so you can have over 100,000 resources, but you can't gain over anything over 100,000 or more. So all these gains are just being frittered away at this point. I kind of joked earlier that one time when my my civilians raided like the metal stores or something, they raided something and got 1,000 of it. I was like, well, you should take 10,000 energy. I'll get that back in a matter of a couple weeks, days even. I don't have anything else I could really sell. I mean, technically, I guess I could sell fuel, but really, we're doing good. We're doing okay with money. I don't really need to sell much more of anything else. But let's see if we can't sell something to get some money. Italy doesn't want anything. Really? United States? No. That's it. Everybody else is getting fuel. Okay, well, be that way then. Be that way. I was wondering why I hadn't been seeing too many trades come in. Uh, the AI knows I'm doing okay with with my supplies the way they are anyway. Yeah, we're getting attacked there, but that's not going to avail you too much. You know what? Well, no, we'll maintain that. We're going to be pushing westward here pretty quickly, pretty soon. Chen Zhao. Okay, they gave up on attacking there. We had some Chinese troops have defected. Says they're in Beijing. Chinese collaborators. They are indeed. We'll attach them to no to Kwangtung Theater, I guess. And sure, we'll throw a leader on them. That one, it doesn't really matter who. So I have a militia and garrison there, and I have military police there. So let's go ahead and send him on out to, or the militia. We'll have send them on out to around here. Okay. Real quick, I'm going to save. Okay, doing good, doing good, doing good. Yep, that's wrapping up pretty rapidly. Hang. So we finally won the battle across the river there. I'm now going to engage in a spoiler attack here. Which looks like it's just this cavalry unit and this militia are attacking me here. We'll see how that goes. I may call that back. If we support the attack across the river, how good or poor does that look? And well, I have to there. Oh, gotta be careful clicking that button. Disband all units. Not good. I almost clicked that by mistake. It's not looking all that great there. You know what? Let's call that off. And once these guys are able to attack, which will be in about a day to 4 or 5 days, I'll then have them attack across the river, do a spoiling attack on that cav unit. We built, yes, some cap, a CAG unit. Whoops. Come here, you guy. We'll throw him on there. Which reminds me, first CAG, yeah, they're named the Kaga, and the other one should be for a Kagi. Yeah, I like to name my CAG units so I know kind of like which ship they're associated with. Whoops, what am I doing? Tom, what are you doing? Stop. Fourth CAG unit, Hyosho, good. So even though it doesn't say it here in this name, once I click on it, it does show it there. Future ones that I build, like this, it's saying it's for the Soryu. After the ones, these are already named based upon the ships that they're being built for. Future ones, future carriers that I build, which we'll start building in next month and next episode, those don't get named, or at least not named according to the ship that they're going to be assigned to. There's like named like the first Kundwai or something like that, whatever. I do like to rename them to the ship that they're actually going to be on, so that way, just so I can have better command and control of them, as it were, of my own personal use. It doesn't impact them any other way, but that way I can at least know which ship is or what what planes are doing what. Okay, we won there in Yulu, Piggly. Let's have them support the attack there, and he will also support the attack there. Yeah, he's just hanging tough because we got that partisan unit floating around there. I don't want him getting too rambunctious. All my units are attacking that can attack in these northern provinces here. We're looking good all around there. So now that we're at here, let's go and drop him off. We're going to go down here and then cut across, drop a unit off, cut across, drop a unit off, and attack that city. These guys kind of doing the same thing there. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. They're going to stay there, and then, oh, he's staying there, okay. These armor units, yeah, we'll go ahead and just do that. That way now it cuts off this whole entire swath. We begin to clean up that mess going on. These guys are going to come here. And we're going to go this way. Drop off there. Drop off there. Who do we got? Oh, they're coming along that way. That's these guys. Oops. These guys. So I will have one infantry unit go there. Another infantry unit go there. And a specialized light infantry unit go there. That'll leave this guy to attack here. And we'll just kind of stay there. He will come in here and do that. That will cut off the coastal swath here. And we'll, with the exception of this port, that's pretty much it for the Chinese. They've got a ship there, probably a transport ship, but there's not much they're going to be able to do. 15, 8. Long end. These Marines will attack here. See if we can't pull that cav unit off. Very expensive attack, but we won. They were just trying a spoiler attack on Changzhou here, but we're gonna take that province. We're out of supply. We really need this opened up. That cav unit is just holding out to the very last, bit there. It's been nighttime for a while, so we're not going to really. It'll be a day or two before we finally kill him. Excuse me. Dingen. All right. Will we kill him today before? Nope. I swear. It's just sometimes. I know that's a strong cavalry unit. It's like one of my full strength cavalry units that we're attacking there, but it's doing far better in defense than I would anticipate a cav unit could handle. Okay, good. How soon before somebody moves in there? Can we move in now? December 16th. December 16th. Okay. So if these guys can hold out for 5 or 6 more days, they'll get supply back pretty soon, within a week's time. This conflict, it's ongoing. Wow. Anybody here? Let's have him. He's regained enough organization that he can pick up the pace a bit more. Same with these cav units. Yeah, we can't do too much more here. Though, here's something we can do. We can begin to push southward to that victory location. So we'll do that, drop off an infantry unit, move here, drop off and attack. These cav units here, he will follow that path and also help attack. We'll do the same thing with that cav unit. And we'll pull one of our infantry units off and attack here. Or actually, let's attack here and have our militia also follow suit. Are we attacking there? Yeah, he needs to hold for that. Okay. This looks good. Have the guard unit assist. He's also needing to assist. There we go. Changde. That's here. Yeah, once we capture that. Like I said, I'm going to leave this province alone and that one as well. That way the Chinese have 2 victory locations. This one's going to be surrounded in good order. This one, once I get this all taken care of here, which will be a matter of about a week or two, then I'll move my forces over. We'll move kind of down south this way, link up with my Marines here. That'll then cut that one off, and then we'll take out the rest of the interior. No decisions coming up here. Good. Okay, overall, everything's looking good. I got my units moving in around a good order. We lost the Battle of Tungren. Oh, that was that cav unit. Oh, only that cav unit was attacking. That's why. Okay, whatever. Yeah, that battle's not looking all that good. Let's just stop it. And while my Marines reorg, let's just move up. I'll drop the weakest guy off, and he will then go that way. So that way he can provide support onto Guilin. All I gotta say is these Marines, they've all got to hold out, basically. Let's have him retreat that way. Let's have him go there. So we get some fresh blood in there. The headquarter units are doing, actually the headquarter units are doing all right. Bully them. '16th, 4 more days. Got about another 10 minutes remaining in this video, 10 to 15 minutes remaining. Might go a little bit longer. I'm going to at least go to the end of the year, unless for whatever reasons it just starts taking way too long to do just that. But I want to see if we're able to get to the completion of my Chinese campaign in the next 2 weeks. At this point, I am saying probably no. I still have far too much to do. Even though we're down to just 4 more Chinese victory point locations, and then the 2 here for the Gengsi Click, I don't see being able to take all of them in that period of time. So Tom Mantek promise, another Tom Mantek promise broken. I do apologize, people. The good news is, though, in 2 weeks' time, we'll have a couple more victory point locations, I'm pretty sure. Or we'll have 2 surrounded and probably 1 more taken at that point. But the Chinese war will be over fairly soon after that. I can't imagine it going to spring in 39, or highly doubt that. Very expensive battle, mostly across the river, but yeah, that finally finished up here. Yeah, they finished up that battle. They kind of realized the error of their ways in that attack. The 8th is there as well, huh? So that cav unit and the 8th are just going to sit there. Okay, I can accept that. Yeah, the railway artillery, they'll be arriving the 30th of December. He'll end up there, and I'll use the railway artillery to attack that city. I may end up surrounding this city. I may just conquer this whole entire area here, so I can move my units down south. And I may just go ahead and leave this city surrounded because it looks like there's at least a half dozen garrison units there. Not that it'd be a difficult nut to crack or anything like that, but there's a lot of Chinese troops here that if I were to go ahead and just surround it and kill everything else, keep the war going for a little bit further, that should be fine. We'll see how that goes. Might change my mind here. Okay, we've got a unit here. All these guys can start moving a little bit further. Let me move my armor up to Shantou. I sigh deeply. Oh, that's what we're doing. We're moving up here. They're going to come around. Yeah, we're coming around because I want to cut off the coastal portion here and then just kill whatever few units are remaining there. But I mean, we can kind of move up wherever they're retreating. We just move up. There's no use in sitting many provinces behind. I'm just going to leave him behind though because let's actually move him up there because this is a lot of open territory. Partisan appears in this area. He'll have 5 or 6 provinces before I can do anything about it. We won there. We've moved, open up, and now we have supplies going to my guys there. Okay, yep. Their attack finished because they realized I'm now getting supplies. Yeah, everybody's attacking there. We've got 2 guys moving here, 1 further that way. I've got 2 units sitting there though. Let's get the 12th going and attacking that way. This is the next area. Now that once we have this province, which should be, whoops, that should be soon. There we go. So they gave up attacking there because I moved a fresh marine in there. Transport ship keeps coming out. At this point, you know what? We got to take a look here. This that mini sub. I am going to send him out here to Tianjin, just so we later, when we go to war against the United States, I'll have that mini sub, midget sub, do convoy attacks around Guam. Their range is 300 kilometers. Really? Wow. Okay, it's further than I kind of thought. I thought it was like 50 or something like that. He needs to go back here. But I have so many ships sailing around right now that really don't need to be. There's only the capture of Shantou. There's only the 1 port now. Yeah, that coastal sub can't make it, so I might as well just send them on back at this point in time. Save my fuel. These destroyers, they can go back. I have a coastal battleship here, which I can send over to here. We have a destroyer that I'm going to go ahead and say patrol there. This destroyer can patrol there. That way we're patrolling the 2 sea zones, well actually patrolling all the sea zones of this area where that last port is at, and any potential Chinese ships can come out. So that destroyer can make its way back. It saw some combat, a lot of damaged ships there. And I have some coastal subs. Hey, now, what can we do? Let's just go ahead and rebase them there, and then I'll bring them out. This other coastal sub, they can't make it there. I'll do the same thing, rebase there. So pretty much, I guess all my fleet should be, or all my subs, except for those 2, should be here. We got 1, 2, 3 regular subs, which sounds about right. These guys need to come down over here where my Marines are. Same with my assault ship. Got a lot of infantry corps sitting here. Let's move him out to the hinterlands. And let's move one of these guys out there too. Yeah. The 3 subs, and I kept my long-range subs, the four of those fleets. All my other coast subs look like there. Yeah, we just since we captured so many ports, it just wasn't feasible. It wasn't any need to keep my subs out at sea and doing convoy raids in areas where no convoys were coming. Money for raw materials, sure. And in fact, on that note, we can take a look at the naval. We attacked enemy raiders, it said there once, but there's been no other convoys being attacked. So China's not any convoys that China may have are just slipping by me and getting back home. But chances are China has no convoys coming in. Or well, China has no resource-bearing convoys coming in. When you purchase resources, it's your convoy ships. If someone else is buying your resources, it's their convoy ships. Since I'm only at war with China, I will not attack anybody's convoy ships that's um, bringing in um, say money to buy resources. So, say America is buying steel from China, uh, uh, their ship will come in and leave without any problem. If China is buying oil from America, it'll be their ships going out and coming in. Those are the ones that I can go ahead and attack. So we finally won that battle there. Costly, but worth it because we're now across this river. We'll have a good line here. Whoa, why are we attacking there? I didn't say attack, did I? I thought I said support attack. Oh no, I am attacking there. Tom, you are so silly. We'll support that attack. I got 2 Marines here. We'll move our weakest up and have them move in there as well. Speaking of weakest, yeah, I need to attack this province and take it so we have a little bit better line here, but also we can kind of mitigate the number of provinces that can attack here. I don't think this guy can do it all alone. So as such, we're going to do it like this. Kind of expand where we're at here. We can probably also attack with this Marine unit to the north and have him support. So we can kind of push out the that city a little bit. Okay, that's looking better. As soon as he shows up, actually, yeah, when he shows up, he'll be attacking immediately. That will be the 20th tomorrow. Zhao Tang, one there, good. He really can't move it any further, but I think we'll go ahead and attack Bijay from where we're at there. These guys. Choices, choices. I need to get to this river here. Kind of push them back some, but let's go move the specialized light infantry over with them supporting that attack. Okay, those are 2 good attacks. They look good. They're all coming down and in, and they're just going to kind of wait there. Yep, same with him. Move around my expedition. Whoops. Move around my expeditionary force and assist in that attack here. Got a bunch of troops. Like I said, I want to surround this guy here. We need to move down that way because we have an open province there. They're beginning to move south. Is everybody attacking? They are not. They can support. Okay. We're being attacked. And where we're at right now here with this specialized light infantry, we got to kind of wait a little bit. They can support that attack here, and he can support that attack here. Both those guys are moving down. He's moving in, and they're both moving in. Okay. Otherwise, things are looking good all around. Let's move up more. There's another empty province here that the Gungsi Click is removing themselves from. Um, we'll move up. We'll move up like so. And as such, he'll then move into there. Yeah, that works. They're retreating out of there anyway, so any combat would be going my way. Yeah, we went in across there. This is looking pretty good. We went at Bijay, however we pronounce that. The partisan got defeated, so we're going to march him down this way. And he is going to move a little bit further. Who is getting attacked? This cavalry unit from here, possibly. Oof. So he needs to go there. And he will go there. I really hate to move just strictly. Okay, he's moving around as well. That being the case, we're going to move him as well. How rapidly is he moving? December 26 and December 24. These guys, December 27th and December 21st, moving there. Or no, December 21st guy is moving that way. That's this guy. Those the other two were December 20. Okay, so we got to hold out a few days. Kelly, yay, we won. I expected as such. Yep, beginning the next cutoff of troops. The AI is pretty smart, and it's able to detect when you're trying a maneuver to cut them off, and will make the appropriate adjustments. In some cases, they may not make a reaction because they're in charge of a certain province or a victory point location. But this is looking pretty spiffy now. Battlecruiser class upgrade. We have some extra leadership that we're going to throw into our. Oh, hey, we're green. Wasn't paying attention. Officers now green. That being the case, we're going to go ahead and steal 10 leadership off our officers here and start researching a bunch of stuff, as much as we possibly can here. Um, Important priorities for right now. IC, we need to get more IC. Need to boost IC and leadership. So that's here in Nation. My important techs, which will be, or I consider my urgent techs, my infantry and artillery. There's a few techs in there that I want to research, make sure I'm researching the current or 1 year in advance on. Want to make sure my CAG unit same position as well. Naval forces, I want to go ahead and research all of the 1938 tech, and for submarines and carriers, 1940 tech. And then I really need to get into my doctrines. I've been kind of the grand battle plan and then these doctrines, but kind of leaving those behind. And same as chain of command. I really need to get into my chain of command stuff. So top to bottom, let's work on an IC and leadership. Anything that's 1938 that we need. Nothing is there. Good. Industry. Is there anything that's 1938 that we need here? It does not look like it. Heavy armor forging. I think that's for tanks. But I think heavy armor is also for your capital ships. It'd probably be this in here. Capital ship armament, for example. Well, actually, capital ship armament requires steel armor casting capability. Interesting. Huh, very interesting. Super heavy battleship, maybe. I think we'll hold off on that. I'm not going to worry about heavy armor forging just yet. Decryption machine. We do need this for the convoy efficiency. So we'll go ahead and learn that. It's 38 tech that we need. Airplane radio communications. Don't need that right now. Construction, 38 tech, 1938 tech. Nothing there we really need. Eventually we need fortresses. Infantry. These we need, but they're looking good. Otherwise, we don't need anything else. We're doing the officer recruitment, so I could boost up by another 10,000 officers there. That would get me up to 132,000 officers, which would get me really close to the 100% mark. So yeah, we need that. Artillery, 39 tech for these four, but I don't need to worry about that. Everything else we can kind of let sit. It's not terribly important. Armor and armor 2, I'm never going to really research. I mean, I'll take a look at them, but I don't need them right now. Anti-tank, well, I could use that as well. Not going to worry about it right now. Special forces, we already have the marine activation. I don't need any of the other things at this point in time. I mean, we could do the special force branch upgrade, and that'll work for my Marines and give them much increased defensiveness and toughness. So yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Prototypes, 38 tech for all my air that we need. That these all feed into CAGs, my carrier aircraft prototype. We do need to make sure that my single engine fighter prototypes and close air support are looking good. Fighter bombers as well, since we have a few of those. And we need to work on our bomber tech, the twin engine. This feeds into the naval bombers and flying boat planes too, which I'll be building more of these, as well as some light and medium bombers. So all of our twin engine tech, we need to get research as well. That's up to 55. So let's boost this up to 50. I should have paid attention when I was at 50. Then I could have just clicked the need button and automatically do this for me. I was just getting a little bit too excited with all this extra research now, and my research increased by 25%. That's the grand times. Armament, we probably need some. Yeah, let's go and let's look at the tech that is for CAGs and make sure we get that. Bomb load, same thing here. If there's anything for CAGs, we will go ahead and get that. Jet tech, won't be worrying about avionics bombing site. There's a CAG in there, so let's go ahead and get that. Air systems, I think there's several here. Fuselage, wing, aerodynamic, controllable propeller pitch, increases speed, supercharger, and folding wings. That increases the CAG. You see the CAG organization a bit, but that duty efficiency 10% increase. Sweet, much need. 38, 39 tech for my subs. We're already caught up to all that, so we're good to go there. Let me look at carriers real quick. 38, 39 tech here. We're caught up there. That's good. So that's all of our urgent tech at this point in time. Command, I really need, we need Marine headquarters, the next round of that, because they'll reduce the attack delay and also give me some more Marine headquarter units. Specifically, it should get me an Army headquarter unit, which I definitely want. Any 38 tech here that I could use otherwise? Reduce the Navy headquarter we do want, because that increased organization and morale for all my guys, same as the Air Force headquarter. We're seeing all red, but that's okay. Operations, we really need to start dipping into this quite a bit more too, but we'll leave that for right now. Air, anything that's CAG related, I want. Yeah, all those. Not those, not those. These are all CAG because they give a duty efficiency. Interdiction, yes. And then these are also, you can see CAG duty efficiency, increase, increase, increase. We need all that. And naval, if there's any 38 tech in here, let's take a look at it and see what it might be. But I'm already researching it, so okay, we'll pass that. And grand battle, any 38 tech here. Combat reinforcement chance, sure. Increased morale of 10%, sure. Organization, yes. More, please. Infrastructure supply consumption increases. We do use trucks, but for the most part, we're just using horse. A lot of our majority of our forces use the horse-drawn wagon. So seeing a supply consumption for the wagon go down by 0.05, and everything is trucks. Yeah, I'm not worried about that for right now. Special operations, this is for Marines, yes. Rolling artillery barrage. I think we have sufficient enough right now. I really need to get into some more of my my naval as well. And actually, let's go ahead and do that. I already have a round of naval tech going. Let's see if there's any that I'm missing, like this torpedo boat class. Not gonna worry about the motor torpedo boat. I think I lost my motor torpedo boat in conflict against China. Lost a motor torpedo boat and a destroyer. So I guess the Chinese can be proud about that. Uh, let's see. We're doing a torpedo bomber. I think we're just focusing on that for right now, and I think we can get all three of those. There's text somewhere here. Is it this one? The CAG bonus or CAG focus. I think you can only choose one and stick with it, or maybe it's the capital ship. You can choose one and stick with it. I don't know, but we've chosen this one, so we'll just wait and see what happens with it. We get the others. My other capital ship, we're not going to build pocket battleships. They're not going to be useful for Japan. Germany, sure, I would and do for Germany build pocket battleships because they're cheap. Ooh, these will be done pretty quick. Nice. Cruisers. I need to get my cruiser tech. Make sure it's 1938. Cruiser damage control. Make sure it's 1938 tech. Okay. So we got our tech researched. Like I said, I want to get to the end of the year. I know we're approaching 1 hour mark at this point here, and of late my videos have been quite long. I do apologize on that, people. But I want to get to the end of the year here. I know we're not going to conquer China, but I want to see how close we are at that point. We've got several areas that we're cutting off here. It doesn't leave China too much left in the way of territory. So we pushed against Yulin here. That's good. So our attacks, they'll still be attacking here. That's fine. But if I can be pushing back enough, that'll be good. Partisan appeared. He doesn't have sufficient force. He does. We'll do that. Zijin. Wangxi. I'm sure I'm mangling the pronunciation of these cities. Apologize to any foreign listeners I have or anybody that is conversant in Chinese. Okay, they gave up the attack there. Good. And these Marine headquarters units actually have a pretty good accounting for themselves here. They do a pretty good job. I wish I could push up more. But I think with how I am, we're about as far as we can get. I have all the units that I can have attacking here. We're attacking across the river, so that's not going to go well. But you see, there's one cav unit, and the rest are all headquarters units. Insane. Like they're going to be able to hold very well. They're pushing down. Okay, we're doing all right. Otherwise, they're about to come in. They are attacking me still, but we have reinforcements coming in. So even though he is down to 1.3, it's nighttime. It just turned nighttime, actually. So he'll hold out for the next day. I have a couple of headquarter units moving in there. They're arriving on the 27th. Another headquarter unit, it's arriving on the 28th. But I have a cav unit arriving on the 24th, tomorrow, this time tomorrow, that can help out defend. They're actually tasked to come down through here. And then I have a specialized or a light infantry unit that's be coming in on the 26th. So they'll actually be the ones to really stop that battle overall. Speaking of moving. Okay, we can take that off here. That's another victory point. That leaves the Chinese 86%. That leaves 1, 2, 3 Chinese victory point locations and 2 for Gungsi Click. Is that correct? That's 1 and 1, 1 and 2, 1 and 3, 2 and 3, 2 and 4. Okay, there's 4 Chinese. I missed. There's 1 there, 1 there, 1 there, 1 there. So 4 Chinese nationalist victory point locations and 2 for the Gungsi Click, which I have to capture both of the Gungsi Click to eliminate them. Like I said, I think I'm just going to surround this because there's a lot of units here. I'm going to go ahead and just take this because, quite honestly, I can at this point. Actually, let's go ahead and make that attack. They'll support. I have all the units. Okay, what are we doing here? They should actually be attacking, yes, attacking there like so. Both of those units. So even though it's at 20% and not looking great, quite honestly, we should be winning because all these guys are about ready to die. I'll attack there and begin that process. We're going to attack here, and yeah, those guys are going to support once they're able. These militia are just going to move on in. Otherwise, we're just sitting tight with our wall here. Let me move my tank here, and those guys will support the attack along with the 10th. Here, I have a bunch of troops at that city. We'll leave my Marines behind, and they're going to move in and then up, like so. And he'll assist when he's able another day. These guys, I wish I could start to move them all in, but quite honestly, just timing's not good, really. So he's moving all the way over there. Let's have him sit there. Let's just sit there as well too. He can come over to there. Okay, that looks good. Moving down to there, cutting off all these guys. They're attacking here. We'll also attack, and they'll support, and my army will support as well. This will be finished up pretty quick. I'll move him back there, like so. Okay. So we lost the Battle of Lishan. As I kind of anticipated, I was hoping that'd be a holdout yet a little bit longer with that cav unit. But whoever's going to be moving into here, it's going to take them too long. I have units that are going to be moving in. This guy, he'll be there in a matter of hours, 12 hours. My light infantry, 2 days. And then the day following, several headquarter units. So that's okay. Cruiser fire control, that's 37 tech. We'll let that ride. I like seeing that 50 now. That's really, really good. We're only gaining 79 officers now at this point, so we're not going up quite as fast, but I should be having the officer, what's the name of it? Officer recruitment. Where are you at? Well, I think I just started researching it. My tired eyes are not seeing it, but I know I'm researching it. Anyway, that should be coming eventually, and that'll give us 10,000 officers. I'll get us close to that 100% mark that I'm shooting for. Alrighty, we're beginning to crush that area here. Got a bunch of battles won. Yep. Kelly. Yeah, okay. And yeah, it looks like I had my cav unit just come in, and immediately they pulled out. The cav unit's pulling out too, but that's all right. That's all right. I'm going to move everybody but him down this way. And then from there, we'll drop off that specialized light infantry, and they will all come here. Yeah, where I'm at, I need to kind of sit. Yeah, I don't have enough strong forces to be able to do anything. That's fine. So this will be my next push here. They're going to push on to all the units that I'm moving, good half dozen of them. they're gonna push into Baz, however you pronounce it, which is one of the last remaining two victory point locations. I should be able to attack here. In fact, it looks like we might be. You know what? Let's actually have him hold off. He's moving down. He will be arriving on the 26th, and 2 days within the next 2 days, probably actually by the time he arrives here, shortly thereafter, you'll be able to attack there. I could begin the attack with that specialized infantry, but let me just hold off. I need reinforcements. Speaking of reinforcements, we're going to leave that militia behind. We're going to push in here. He's going to assist. I can't do anything there. We'll bring that cav unit around to here. Okay, or no, you know what? We're gonna bring the cav unit over there so we can kind of hold off. There's a lot of units here. I don't want to see a Chinese attack across the river. I mean, I do because we'll win then, but I make sure I have sufficient strength there. Yeah, so that we'll sit where we're at this point in time. All in all, looking good. Energy for money. I will take whatever. I will sell you money, or sell you energy rather. Shay Wang. Yep, figured that would be a quick battle. Let's save the game real quick. It's been a couple weeks. I don't want to lose this awesome progress that we're making here. These 3 units, let me leave behind him, and I'll move the rest that way. There, and he will also then move that way. Okay. We're attacking up with the armor units. We'll have support coming from him and him. It says 0, but yeah, that's actually going to be better. We've won that battle. It was long, bloody, but yeah, I knew we would take it. Speaking of long and bloody, I can't believe it's going as long as it is. I'm just doing strength on their headquarter units, though. Zhejiang, Susao, Fuling. Okay, we won there. Now, a bunch of places they're attacking me. We got the 3x3 reverse, and in the long explanation that I had regarding that capital ship, I said with these are like the guns, the main guns. 3x3 means you got 3 fore, 3 aft. The others you can figure out what that means for those two. The Japanese kind of prefer their 3x3, if you will. There's others that I could choose, and I once done that the layout for those ships would change. But I'm going to stick with the 3x3. The idea is you want to choose the layout once it's researched to get the reverse. Once it's researched, go back to the layout and just keep going back and forth until you've researched the final layout. Because each time you research a layout, a main gun layout, the bonus, as you see there, improves. Conversely, too, I think also the negatives get worse too, and those areas where you see consumption and other things, have negatives. But for the 3x3, that C attack and positioning is just going to get better and better for each layout that I learn. So we'll go ahead and select that here. Lei Shan, we won. Alrighty. Bijay, they're attacking me. That's a lot of units there. We've got empty territory here. I wish I could take advantage of it, but honestly, excuse me, I don't think I can. The only units I have are just weak strength. Yeah, let's try. Excuse me. I have a very dry throat. Okay, they attack me and immediately retreat. Yunxian partisan appeared. You can take it. Yeah, you're attacking there anyway. These are all the areas they attacked me in. They just attack with one unit and then retreat. It can get kind of ridiculous at times when you see it. You see it just over and over and over like it is right now. Zixing, that's here. Good. We're beginning to reduce that. At this stage, I mean, if I truly wanted to finish the game, I wanted to wrap the Chinese up by the end of the year, which now I cannot. As you can see, I'm just 3 days away. I would not worry about reducing this. I would just move my forces down to take that victory province and out to take these two victory, provinces. Just go for strictly for the victory provinces. But I know now I can't, not going to make it. So I'm just going to destroy the Chinese units in good effect here, get rid of them, and take the rest of the, move those units that have been involved in that to the areas that I need to take those victory point locations. Almost the end of the video and the end of the year. We're beginning to attack here. There's a bunch of attacks by them. We're going to go ahead and move here, and then from there, southward. Do the same here, like so. They're just going to go immediately south and do that. As such, the Jade is also going to follow suit. Okay. Those are all the places that they were attacking me, which, hey, no big deal. Oh, empty province. We will take it. It's a victory point location too. We'll support that attack over there. That'll make it a little bit easier. That's all those were. We're just simply, them attacking and then retreating. Neijing, Wuchang, Fuling, Zatang, blah, 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 blah. All the same ones. That's a bit of a push to try to get that. I think actually I did win in Hudong. I'm just waiting to actually move into it and cut off those units. Yeah, I don't know how the AI is able to do that. The only thing I can consider is that the AI doesn't have attack delays like the player does. Which, if that's the case, fine. It is what it is. That's a great balancing move, if you will, that allows the AI to attack multiple times over and over again. They're still bound by the same rule structures as we are. You need to pull that attack off. As we are in regards to organization lost and regain and things of that kind of nature. So, while they can attack and attack and attack, they're taking manpower hits, organizational gain, strength hits. They'll regain those at the same rate that we end up regaining, or roughly so. It depends, of course, on your laws and research and things like that. Okay, capital ship, heavy artillery. That's 39 tech. We're going to go ahead and cancel that out because that's in the future and it's not urgent tech. So we're approaching the end of the episode here. Got a bunch of attacks from the AI that's just not going to go anywheres. But we do have a bunch of Japanese attacks that are going places. To recap, as we're getting to the end of the episode here, where you can see the view from space, it's looking far different now than what it did at the start of this episode. The overall, we are seeing great improvements in the eastern portion of our operational areas here. We finished the one last episode pretty handily. Moved across, cut off this area here in this second phase of this same operation zone, and we're gonna kill them in good effect. Capture that. This victory point location there. We're in the south. We're moving a bit westward to try to get to a victory point location here, or we will be, I should say. That was part of the reason why I kind of thrust this way a bit more rather than cut over that way. But also, we are moving along the coast and around some Chinese units in this area. We'll kill a few more here. That'll move us up and towards another victory point location, which we're just going to bypass. We're going to just entirely bypass this. Once this whole entire area is pacified, we're going to go ahead and move um, in pretty strong order. I'm thinking side by side provinces, so we have not just a single thrust through, but two dagger thrusts side by side, so we can get to this victory point location. Like I said, bypassing the nationalist Chinese, um, and then from the south here, we're beginning to get to this victory point location, which we may actually be able to take. I only have that unit here. So yeah, no, we're not gonna we're not gonna do too much. But the units I have coming in, not that guy, um, who is moving to Luadian, will arrive. This guy. These two guys, I'm going to have them go ahead and attack. It's across the river, so that may not be very effective, but nonetheless, we'll do our best to knock on that door here. We have more units moving down, like this guy, for example, so we can actually tell him to go all the way down that way. He is moving down. We can tell him to also, actually, we can tell him to go there, and this guy, we'll tell him to go there. So we'll have some reinforcements. Hopefully, be taking this. Won't take maybe a month to move the units down and begin and to attack on here. Just a matter of how quickly we can capture that province. But once we have this, and I see we're already beginning the attack here, which no, we're being attacked. Yeah, I only have one unit there that's able. So we don't want him, and he's defending. I can't tell him to support till that defense is over. Anyway, um, once we're able to get the Gungsi Click out of the game here, that's gonna put the hurt on the Chinese nationalist all over. You can see from this view, there's a few Gungsi Click units here and there. Don't think there's any up north. Nor, there's one there, one there, one there, one there. Several here, obviously in Gungsi Click. But once Gungsi Click's removed out of the game, the Chinese are all alone. It'll be a much easier battle overall. Um, but as we're pushing up northward from our Marines to get to that, help out in the attack on that particular final victory point location, we've got a couple. We got this guy that we're surrounding, this guy that we got surrounded. We'll be having China eliminated. I would imagine late winter, the Chinese expedition will be completed. I can't imagine it would go any further than that. The overall, with what we have, the Chinese don't really stand a good chance in holding me off any further. There we go. Well, let me wait a day there. We're going to have these guys assist. And as we get to the end of the year, let's see, yeah, much better, 80%. Yeah, a lot of weak units, militia, garrisons. So that ended up, we don't really need my Marines to assist in the battle there. That's okay. Who do we have here? Around January 1st, those guys are too weak. We'll have them support the attack, but they're not going to be able to do much. Alrighty, well, let me save the game and say to everybody that's been watching, I greatly appreciate your views. Please provide any comments, questions down below. I greatly appreciate those as well. But otherwise, I'll see you guys next episode. Take care.